GOP senator. GOP senator changes child sex laws to, well, this is a good reason, help a predator relative. How scummy. 18-year-old in Utah who had sex with a 13-year-old avoided jail time after laws regarding sexual offenses were changed by a relative. It's good to have friends in high places, says every sex offender. Ghislaine Maxwell, you too. Utah Senate President Stuart Adams confided to lawmakers that the law relating to his relative's case should be reviewed in a larger bill passed in 2024. Adams told the Salt Lake Tribune, some have suggested this change was made to benefit the case I was made aware of involving the high school senior. That is simply not true, which means it's absolutely true. While the sponsor of the bill was aware of the case, I did not request the legislation and did not intervene or give input on the drafting of the bill. Now, I don't believe you, Newsweek, with the reporting. However, the bill's sponsor, Senate Majority Leader Kirk Cullimore, told the Salt Lake Tribune that Adams requested that charges against the relative be looked into for the legislation. March 2024, SB 213 was passed into law, changing sentencing rules over sex between teenagers. Now, look, there might be some reasons to revisit the law, figure this out so that kids who are in relative proximity, their ages are not held against them, right? To talk about true intent, even though you're too young to give consent to sex. But if both parties are too young, that's another thing. This is an 18-year-old and a 13-year-old, so give me a break. Give me a break. Prior to the bill's passing, the 18-year-old could have faced a charge of child sexual assault. First-degree felony would have required them to register as a sex offender, along with a prison sentence ranging anywhere from 6 years to life in jail. Now, I don't know the race of the perp, but I certainly know the relative looks like he's lacking some melanin. I wonder if this accused, if he were brown, perhaps, I wonder if he would have had somebody in the legislature who would be pulling this kind of favor for him. Though the law did not result in the 18-year-old being charged with new lower-level crimes, they avoided further jail time, were not required to register as a sex offender. You get your life back. You deserve a second chance. We don't want to ruin a kid's life, do we? Well, not certain kids. Bill allowed a clause that lets 17-year-olds receive a less serious third-degree charge of unlawful sexual activity to be extended to 18-year-olds. Provided they were still in high school. That just fits the circumstances of his relative. Isn't that interesting? Coincidence. Winky dink. The new bill did not apply to cases brought before it became law, but the 18-year-old was not given any jail time beyond the initial week they had spent after they pleaded guilty to reduced charges. America, look at your life. Look at my life, my child's life might be a more appropriate way to put it, because too many people are saying, you know what, white is right, and I've got all the privilege in the world and access, so I can make it go away. The kid will be somebody's boss soon. Probably won't be qualified for that either.